Okay, so my name's Lewis. I'm from Edinburgh and Liverpool. I studied at University of Edinburgh and McGill in Montreal. I won the Biomedical International category, I think. Yeah. And my work is in neuroscience. So basically I work on schizophrenia and neuroimaging. So I look at pictures of the brain, and I'm particularly interested in asymmetry of the brain. And so everyone's brain is symmetric to a certain extent, so I'm interested in measuring these and seeing if and how they might differ in schizophrenia. And so that was my, yeah.
My name's Sami. I'm from Toronto, Canada, and I just recently graduated from the Chemical Engineering program at University of Toronto. I won in the International Engineering and Mechanical Sciences topic. So my project was titled Centrifugal Separation of Feces for a Novel Toilet. And as you can understand from the title name, I was part of a toilet design team. So it's estimated that over 2.5 billion people today do not have access to a toilet and a safe way to defecate. And this results in a number of deaths every year due to waterborne diseases. So my project, I tried to, it was part of the broader toilet design, but through my particular project I tried to look at centrifugation as an alternative to separate fine feces particles from liquid, such that the resulting liquid would be fit for UV disinfection, which would eliminate these disease-causing organisms that result in so many deaths. So it's a very deep, this project had a very deep meaning for me, and I'm really glad that I won in my category.
So my name's Alex, and I submitted to the computer science category, and I was highly commended in that category. So I went to Imperial College London, and my project was optimizing and accelerating a kinetic simulation of muscles. So what that entails is ordinarily a simulation of muscle contraction would treat a muscle as a polymer, a material with its own physical properties, tensile stress and strain. We decided to go into the highest level of detail possible. So we simulated the muscle filaments fiber by fiber, and by doing so we encountered a lot of problems in terms of how computationally intensive the problem was. So my job was to take this simulation and optimize it to be able to run in a feasible amount of time. And with our results we were able to get novel measurements of the forces and interactions between different filaments in the system. So I've really enjoyed today. Meeting the Prime Minister of Dublin, of Ireland was really interesting. I mean, it's not every day you get to spend some time with such a high-ranking official, and he was very friendly. And I've enjoyed meeting all of you guys as well, because we had a Facebook group before, and it was interesting seeing the stories that people had to say. And now meeting you guys all for real has provided an enlightening view.
Aww, shucks.
I think the UA Summit has really lived up to its title of an incubation center for young students like myself. So far with the debates and the discussions we've had, I felt that I've just learned so much more, and I feel so much more knowledgeable in particularly areas which I really didn't know more about as a student. I would like to highlight about entrepreneurship. It was really interesting to meet these young entrepreneurs who talked about the challenges they faced and how they worked through that and came up to what they are today, and it really gave me some inspiration to do something like that in the future.
I think it's important that we have these kinds of events that bring people from across many disciplines together to talk about what they do, because we often hear about the importance of networking, but in scenarios where you actually can spend time with like-minded people who are solving different problems with similar tools, it's interesting to exchange stories and learn from each other in that sense.
And a lot of initiatives are going to be multidisciplinary. It's going to be there's a lot of focus on using elements from different areas, not just in science, but in just the broader picture. So it's really good to meet these people. So Lewis, who has a background in biomedical sciences, and Alex, who talks about his work in computer sciences. So And well, I think I'm a toilet expert.
Chemical engineer.
A chemical
Close.
engineer to begin with, and yeah. So we might just come up with a project, in future.